Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with my brother Bro. And we're gonna tell you why 8th Grade is an Oscar contender. And we just saw this movie. You know, personally, I think this is one of the best films of the year. People are gonna be looking to this film for years to come just as a great example of a coming-of-age drama. It's just the perfect movie about 8th grade. It's extremely relatable. I'm rooting for this movie to get nominated for Oscars, and so are you. You know, this is a crowd favorite. This is your favorite, one of your favorites to get nominated. It's not just about what I think, though. Did I love it? Yes. It has a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes, and the average rating is an 8.8, and it has a 90 on Metacritic. These are Best Picture nominee reviews, absolutely. People don't want to admit that this movie is an Oscar contender right now because they say, oh, it's about 8th grade, like, no, Bo Burnham. No, he's not Oscar nominee. I might want to remind you that last year we were saying these things about Get Out. We were saying, oh, that's horror comedy, like it doesn't really make sense. Daniel Kaluuya was great, but I don't know if he would get the Oscar nomination. No, if people think it's one of the best movies of the year, and people think Elsie Fisher is one of the best performers of the year, movie gets nominated, Elsie Fisher gets Best Actress, yes, she does, and Bo Burnham gets Best Screenplay. It has as much likability as any movie that you're gonna see. This is not a movie that's dividing anybody. Everyone loves it. Sharp. Turn that the fuck off. Technical difficulties. I think that this movie is a lock for Best Picture. It's a lock. As for Best Actress, this is the one that most people just don't think is happening. They're in denial in the head. They're fucked up. But Elsie Fisher, I don't care that she's 15. I don't care that she was 13 when she performed in the movie. She's getting Best Actress nomination. Sure, she's really young for the category, but does nobody disagree that she deserves to be nominated? No! If the movie gets nominated, it's a hard thing to leave out because she carries the film. I've seen it and I can testify that Elsie Fisher has Oscar scenes. It's a memorable performance. Nobody reviews this movie without saying something extremely positive about Elsie Fisher. You can see in the Rotten Tomatoes blurbs, people are already saying that she deserves an Oscar nomination. So we got 3 locks for you. We got picture, we got actress, and we got screenplay. Other than that though, this movie has a tough time getting a whole bunch of nominations. Now, some of the iffy ones are like, Best Supporting Actor. I would say that if this actor was more well-known, if he was someone that was considered more overdue, he could easily get nominated. He was great. Josh Hamilton, who is who I'm talking about here, her dad. He's got a great scene towards the end. The role itself is enough to get nominated, but people just don't really know this guy very well. I think that he would have a hard time competing with other people who are considered more overdue. Best Director, like, the Oscars sometimes surprise on Oscar morning. This could be a surprise nomination, but Bo is just a kid right now. I don't know if they want to nominate him right off the bat, but he does an excellent job in the movie. Is he worthy of a nomination? Probably, but again, it depends because there's just more heavyweights. I think this movie could even win screenplay. The only one in there that I can see beating it at this point is like the Adam McKay movie Backseat, but if that movie doesn't live up, then 8th Grade could easily win. As for score, the movie has fantastic score, but there's one reason we're pretty sure it's not gonna get nominated because there's music in the score that's written before the movie came out. Same artist that did all the original music. The movie will probably be disqualified. The Oscars love to disqualify movies, but it wouldn't get nominated. A lot of people like to cite the fact that it came out in summer as a drawback. I don't think that's a great point because it's always proven long. Hell or High Water, Mad Max, Dunkirk, they come out in the summer. It's not a big deal. Hell or High Water is a good example. That movie was carried by critic praise alone. It was not supposed to be an Oscar contender, and it came out in the summer, so people are saying this has all these things counting against it, and yet it still goes on to get nominated. But it's all about if they're able to make people see it as an awards contender. I think it already has that. This movie is in the hands of A24. They are going to give it an awards run. There's gonna be critic circles, indie spirits, whatever, praising it, and so it's already gonna be in the conversation at the end of the year. Golden Globe nominations for comedy are guaranteed. In conclusion, picture, actress, screenplay, done. It might not seem like a lot, but it's enough. Don't be like the people who waited till freaking November to say, okay, maybe Get Out is a contender. Okay, I give in. Grand Budapest Hotel is a contender. It has the reviews. It has the likability. It has the studio. There's nothing it doesn't have except for you being like, I just don't know if it could get nominated because it's about kids and it doesn't seem like it. I want you to watch Bo and his little friend Elsie as a duo, go around for the talk show circuit later this year and watch how charming they are and watch how they win all the voters over. I just want you to watch how that happens. You'll be happy about this one. You won't all dislike this. You'll give this a lot of likes. Get on the hype train now, because it's leaving the station and it ain't gonna come back for your ass. You know who's gonna be on that train leaving as we say goodbye to everybody else? The two Oscar experts. Gonna be right in the front seat going choo 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 all the way home.